Just hold on 1 second. I am posting this link in the score, and we will get this going. Hey, what's going on? What's up? Hey, I made it to where you could talk. James, what's happening, my man? Ugh, that sucks. Man, I am stoked about this contest or competition. I just hope we have decent trading days, like just the market in general. Greg, Looney, Jay, how's it going? Ty, how's it going? Ed, do you want me to unmute y'all until more people get in here? I'll do it anyways. Give y'all the opportunity. Joe Mama, in the chat, change yours from all panelists to all panelists and attendees so everyone can see what you're saying. Excuse me.
Let's see, all panelists and attendees.
Can anyone take a guess about how many members we have on the actual team? James, you don't have to type. You can talk. I have your mic open right now.
Oh, okay.
So you said 72, Jay said 200, Lenny said 111, Nick says 127.
You sounded suspicious when you read mine. Sounded like a, how could he have possibly known that?
Yeah. No one's even close. 627.
Oh, wow.
I know. I talked to them 3 weeks ago, and they told me I had 160. So
That's good.
I don't know what happened in 3 weeks or if their numbers were off, but I was like, oh man, like only 160 people on the team. Like, I'm gonna.
Were they assigning people to your team?
No, and about that, like, there's actually a lot of people who get assigned to other people's teams.
Yeah.
Because I had so many people overall. It's probably just so hard to keep up with shit. And so they just awesome people wherever. You know, probably whoever had like small teams or something. But if I know them, I'm just gonna bring them into the chat, you know, because they got screwed, even though they signed up under my name.
Wasn't do you know how many people are in the contest total?
Oh man, last I heard it was like 80,000, but that was 3 weeks ago, and I supposedly thought I had 160 people from when they told me. Looney, yeah, pretty much a battalion. But that's actually good for us to have that many people. Gives more opportunities for people to get into the top 50, so our team wins overall. There's actually a breakdown on the World Series of Day Trading website that shows how the teams get ranked. And, you know, for instance, like the person in first place gets 70 points that goes toward a team. So the more people we have that end up in that top 50, the more the team benefits.
Okay.
It actually does increase our odds to get more funded accounts for our team itself.
Yeah, I've just traded on the demo account for a few days. I haven't traded on my funded account yet.
I'll be honest, I love the TradeNet platform. I mean,
I like it. I like it a lot.
it's smooth. Now their charts suck, but they're updating them. I mean, I still use TOS charts, but executing all the trades and everything, man, it's smooth.
Oh yeah, as long as you do it right, it's flawless. Works great.
Exactly.
Yeah, I only had a couple mistakes that I made is, not changing it to market instead of limit and things like that. But
yeah, like
got the platform pretty quick.
Yeah, the few mistakes that I made was putting in my ticker right here and not freaking hitting enter, and I'd be buying something else.
I did that one time, and luckily it was a demo account.
Hopefully you only do it once.
Yeah. Joe Mama, James, have you ever used the TradingView website? Yes, I have. I actually do like TradingView. I like their charts. I've been actually working with a lot of code over there in their Pine script.
Here.
I'll be honest, TradingView, the charts there are actually more versatile than TOS. You can create alerts based off of your indicator lines and things like that. I like that. When a certain candlestick crosses over it or whatever it may be, you can set up to do all kind of alerts. Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest, like I haven't used TradingView's like paper trading account or anything like that. So I kind of have to lean towards TOS, is king for having the best simulated account. But I mean, there's just so much more you can do with TradingView's charts. And the more I mess around with them, the more I figure out. And I'm just like, man, like you can't really go wrong with these charts. I mean, I'll be honest, they're kind of better than TOS. It's just you have to pay for it. All right. Well, we have 12 people here. We're just going to get this rolling. I'll be honest, I don't even have a clue who the majority of the people are on our team. The only ones who I know really are, well, you guys who have told me in the group, and the ones who have emailed me also. But there's probably about a total of 100 people who email me, and there's a total of 627 on the team total. Well, I don't know where they're going to end up in the world, but they ain't looking like this chat room. So. Jay, what do you mean by preaching via email? Looney, you have the 30 dubs, man. All right, so what we're gonna do, one second. Oh, pretending to be a part of the team. So far, not yet. But I know it's coming. I know it's coming just because there have been so many other team leaders who I've kicked out recently or the past few weeks, and they're kind of mad because their businesses are not really looking out for them now. So yeah, I'll just leave it at that. So what I'm actually going to do, I'm going to unmute everyone. And as long as we do this, responsibly and are not over talking everyone or just it gets too loud, this should work out all right. So I'm going to unmute everyone, and whenever you want to talk, you can just like unmute your mic and then ask a question. And then when you're done asking your question, just put your mic back on mute, okay? So let me go through here and. Okay, I think, okay. So for everyone who is in here right now, you have it to where all you have to do on your side is just unmute your mic, if I'm not mistaken. If not, just let me know in the chat box. Joe Mama, I mean, you can say whatever you want, man. I mean, you should hear some of our conversations in the middle of the day when stuff ain't going well. All right. So first off, for everyone who is in here right now, have you guys been able to log in to your accounts?
Not yet. I'm actually doing that shit now.
Okay.
Yes, I've been able to.
Turn on the air here. So if you guys have any issues with like logging into your accounts, let me know. Some people have had the issue when they're logging in. It's saying, well, because it's saying in our emails, log into server 8. And the reason why they're having issues with that is because they actually have to download the TEFS platform from that new link to get to server 8. So running off of a old link, downloaded link, whatever it may be, you actually have to download the new one, and that's what I had to do today to actually get mine working.
All right. So my question is, how am I going to go back to my old server on my funded account?
All you have to do is just click on that server that you was on before, and just sign right back in with type in your account number and then your password.
All right.
I had to make sure I had to write mine down earlier because I was like, I almost deleted it out, and I was like, oh crap, that would have stinking sucked to not even know my account number and then freaking not be able to log back into a.
Yeah, I got that saved in my email somewhere, but I'm gonna have to dig it out after.
Yeah, like it's been a while. It was when I had the $240,000 account, I couldn't remember my account number to log in, and I didn't click the little button to remember it, and I couldn't log in at all. And so I emailed my account manager, and I felt like he took forever to get back to me. And then he emailed whoever else that does the accounts, and then they sent me email saying, all right, we here's your account number. We went ahead and reset your password and all that crap. You can log in. I logged in, and that shit had $14,000 in it, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, and I contacted my account manager, and he was like, well, I thought they fixed it for you. I was like, shit. I said I had a $240,000 account. Now it says $14,000. And so I don't know. They just had to fix it. And it only took about 30 minutes to fix it and get it right. But still, that shit kind of had me worried for a moment.
I believe it.
What server are we supposed to be on? Because the email I had said server 7.
It should be server 8. First off, is it letting you log in to server 7?
Yes.
Mine said 7 as well.
Okay.
Yeah, mine's 7 too.
Wow, that's weird. I wonder why they're doing that. And on your accounts, it does say like WSDT.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so then you're good then. I just figured that they said server 8 for everyone.
Mine is server 9.
Wow. I think they have it set up though where people on server 8 are going to be the ones who win the account anyways. Lucky for me.
Facts.
Yeah, they probably split us up by, put all the people who are most likely to win on the same server.
Well, that'd probably be the server that they end up shaking. Like, disconnect server.
Input lag 2 seconds.
Yeah, exactly.
Be like TOS this morning.
Oh, man. Yeah, with TOS is 6-second lag.
Be right back.
Okay. Hey, Looney, what issue is it giving you? All right, let me know if you get it up and running.
Yeah, I just logged into mine.
Sweet. So I know we only have 12 in here, but so far, who has not used the TradeNet funded account to have it fill for it yet? Just let me know in the comments.
Actually, this is training for me, getting used to it on this competition.
Okay. Ty, man, yeah, let me know how it goes for you. Hopefully they knocked it out for you real quick.
Hey, James, are they charging commissions during this competition?
Yes. What you will experience, the fill and everything, will be exactly how the real account fills. So
Okay.
You know, that's one thing you have to take into consideration. The daily drawdown is $3,500. So if you're literally at like $3,470 and you have $35 in commissions, it's going to pop your account.
Sounds good.
We'll wait on Looney real quick, let him reinstall his and see if he can log in. FJ, what is it doing for you? Looney, so you were able to log in?
Just to make sure, are we using the WSDT and then the password provided?
Yes. Now, once you type in that password and log in, it'll make you change the password.
Okay, because I can't even get past that initial login. I put my WSDT and then the password that they gave me, and it's not letting me log in.
Let's see. This may be a dumb question, but are the caps off and all that?
Yeah.
Is it the correct server?
Mine says server 9, but I don't see where I can change that from the initial login screen.
So like,
okay, I see it. My email says server 9, but when I hit the drop down, it only goes to 7.
Oh, so it only gives you the option for 7?
I have demo 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7.
When did you download that?
I just got my email from them today, so.
And you use the link inside the email?
Yeah.
That's weird. When you go to help, what version does it tell you?
Okay.
I mean, about.
About. Just a second. Version 3.12.5.7.
Okay. You should be able to run an update because .11 is the latest.
Yeah. Try uninstalling it and then reinstalling it.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, there's going to be a lot of people tomorrow wishing that they were in this chat tonight. I guess you can't lose if you can't log in.
Maybe they have the same strategy as Ryan Miller.
Yeah.
Where they're like, I'm going to beat that guy that's going to lose 500 and win because I lost nothing.
Yeah, exactly. So, like, I'm going to tell you what's going to happen tomorrow. There's probably going to be half the people tomorrow who blow their accounts up first day. That's what happened in the last big competition. 50% of the people blew them up the first day, and I mean, it was just a massacre. But what people were doing was trying to, buy and trade $10 to $15 stocks and maxing their account out, and it would move 5 cents and pop it.
Yeah, it's not a good way to go.
That last time, it was 10 days. I didn't even trade in the first 5 days. And when I decided to trade, It was day 2. I was already in the top 30. I mean, I literally it was so easy. It was so easy. And then day 3, I was like, man, I gotta try to get in first place because I didn't have much time left, and I done some stupid shit and just went all in. Basically, I did exactly what I just said that everybody's gonna do tomorrow, and I ended up popping it the same way, just trying to crank one out of the park. It was actually when news broke on GE that they were under some kind of federal investigation or something. I thought for sure they were going to tank. I mean, that thing ran up 45 cents on me. Well, ran up 10 cents on me before it popped my account. And then it kept running up more. Ran up a total of 45 cents. But overall, the main key is staying in the race. That's the main thing, staying in the race.
Yeah, it's funny. In the last competition, for 3 or 4 days straight, they kept talking about people holding overnight, and they kept saying you can't do it, and people were still doing it.
I know.
Eliminated them instantly.
Yeah. And then people are complaining I don't understand, blah, blah, blah.
Read the rules.
Simple rules. That's the thing about people, man. People don't even read the slightest bit of rules. And then they always ask questions. Kills me.
James, did you buy those defense stocks today?
I didn't.
Fuck.
But yeah, what did Bowen and all that do? I haven't looked at it.
I didn't trade Bowen. I traded Lockheed Martin.
Oh, that's nice run.
Word. I didn't get all of it, but shit.
Damn. Very nice.
I figured that was a better play than oil.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Everybody was doing oil.
Yeah, screw oil. That's where all the crazy shit's happening at. You go to the people who are producing the war machines. That's where the money will flow into.
I mean, if you traded UWT today, you did good too, but I felt better about Lockheed.
Sweet, FJ. That's awesome, man.
Lockheed's ticker?
What's that?
What's Lockheed's ticker?
LMT. All right. So for anyone else who is having account issues, let me know in the comments. So since a lot of you have just now logged in for the first time, I have a video explaining all this. If you guys want it, I can find it real quick. It's on my YouTube channel. It's literally titled "How to Set Up Your TradeNet Account" or something like that. But if you guys need it, I can drop it in the chat. Just let me know. So what I do is I use TOS charts. If you have TOS, I highly recommend it because their charts are shit right now. I use their platform to execute my trades. And what I do is I just have the account manager up, the trading box, and this trade manager box. And I'll go through those here in a second. So if you're needing to adjust anything, because I think by default it has a bunch of other crap in here, but if you need to adjust by default, you just go up here to trade, and that's pretty much where everything is at. Sweet, Nick, I appreciate that, man. So for instance, if you want another trading box right here, just click that, it will pop up, and you can, set it right in here wherever you want it. Account manager box, clear that one. Trade manager, it's that one. I don't use the times and sales, the market watch, or the top 20 or anything like that. Options, I don't even know why they even have this here. They don't even trade options.
For real.
It doesn't even do nothing when you click it.
Yeah.
This other stuff, I pretty much don't like shorthand. I don't even know what this is. I never even messed with it. The level 1 ticker, that's pretty much trash. It's pointless. Chart, their charts are trash. I can tell you how to use it, but it's, in a sense, it's kind of complicated because it's pretty stupid. Oh, so you just saw it say like server disconnected. This time every night, they actually start doing maintenance. It goes down for maintenance. So if you haven't logged in by now, you may have issues. I can't remember if it does or not. So there's their charts. If you have to use their charts, right click on the chart. And let's see. It's been so long since I looked at this. I think it might be data. Yeah, data. And then you just type in, we'll just type in BA for Bowen. And minute chart, 1 on 5 minutes. And here's your range for days. And then click OK. So I'm guessing, let me put it on the daily one. Maybe something come up on that. Okay, maybe not. Whatever. I don't know. It may be because, well, oh yeah, my bad. Never mind. I'm being dumb right now. It's because it's disconnected. That's why it's not pulling nothing up. So that's how you do it to change the chart. You right click and just click on data right here, and you'll type in under security which ticker you want if you really want to use the charts. Hopefully you don't have to, but type in the ticker and then whatever time frame you want. Hit OK. If you want to add any kind of indicators, click study line, and then you'll search through here to see what you need, and then you'll click on it and then click over, and it will put it up on your chart for you. So does anybody have any questions so far?
We'll be using the TOS charts for the most part, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Using their charts is like trying to get into a gaming competition, but you want to challenge everybody with an Atari. Yeah, that's what I put it.
Man, that shit looks like Atari too, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. It's trash, man. It looks, their charts and everything look like it's straight from the 80s. All right, so I don't see anybody with any questions so far. Okay, so we'll start right here with the account manager. So basically tomorrow, they'll load your account up, and it will say like unused BP. BP stands for buying power, and it will say 240,000. And open and live equity. Those, all this will adjust as you're trading. That's pretty straightforward. If you click on position, every trade you enter will come up right here. If you right click here, you can adjust the parameters by clicking on config, and you can move things around. If you click this right here to show zero share position, every time you enter a trade, whether it's a gain or a loss, every time you exit your trade, whether it's a gain or a loss, it will actually delete it out of here and not show up. So if you guys have ever seen like my P&Ls, you'll see all the profits and losses lined up right here. Basically, if I had this clicked off, you wouldn't see none of that. So sometimes I click that off, and the reason why is if I'm taking like a loss, and if it's psychologically messing with me, let's just say I take like a $2,000 loss and it's messing with me, I'll click that off, because seeing that, trust me, it influences your trades. So, just a heads up right there. If you guys end up in that situation, to find out again, you just right click in this box, click on config, and it's this box down here. You just click that check off. And if you want to get it back on, just the same thing, and just click it back on. So obviously this is where your P&L will be throughout the day. Down here, your trading box. When you type in whatever ticker it may be, if you type that ticker in, make sure you hit enter every single time. Because if you don't hit enter, whatever ticker is currently in there, you will be trading that thing again and looking at something else on your charts. It sucks. Trust me, I've done it. So make sure you hit enter. Now, being that their servers are down for maintenance right now, when you hit enter after you put that security in right here, it will say the company name right here on this top bar. And then down here, you'll have the current price and things like that. So what I do, and Nick actually has a good, hotkey. Would you say it's a hotkey list, Nick, or what? He has a good setup for hotkeys.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, if Nick wants to give them out, I don't think he'd have a problem with it. I know
I'll post them up in the group.
Okay, sweet. If you want to use the hotkeys, if that will help you out, then by all means. Me personally, I like to manually input everything. It just reassures me for whatever reason. It's just something that I have to do. Now, how I use the TradeNet account to trade, for whatever amount of shares that I put in right here, and it's just going to depend on the value of the stock. Obviously I'll put it in right here. Let's just say 1,000 for whatever it may be. And then I'll come down here. Honestly, in my free course and with anything else that I teach in life with trading, I always say never use a market order. And I still stand by that. But it's different here with the TradeNet accounts. Using the limit order can kind of screw you up at times. It just really depends, because there's like a plus, like up to 5 cents or something like that. I can't remember. I don't ever use the limit order, so I'm not 100% sure on that. But I think it's like a range of plus 5 cents. So if it gets like within that range, it's going to fill your order regardless. If you have, let's just say, an order in for $100, it's going to probably fill that order for $100.05. I hate that. It pisses me off. That's why I don't even use limit orders. So because I want to get in and out or just fill my order as quick as possible, since CFDs will not influence the actual stock itself, I always use market orders. So if I have 1,000 shares in and have it on market, whether I'm buying, selling, or shorting, it fills immediately, just like that. and I don't have to wait. So this is where you you put your share size in. This is where you change like your market or limit order. And you can do some of this other stuff like the trailing stop losses and things like that. Since I'm sitting here day trading, I don't mess with it. I'm watching this stuff. If you have to have like a stop limit, which is completely fine. After you buy your trade or your shares, come back in here, you'll click stop limit, and then just put in your limit price, stop price, whatever, and submit it. So while we're at that, when you submit like a stop loss, what will happen, unlike TOS right here, with TOS you'll have this like little red box come up, or green box, just depending if you're shorting or going long. But if you're long in your trade and you're wanting to sell your shares or putting a stop loss in, whatever, you'll have a red box that will come up across the screen and it'll put a line. Well, since this is not TOS, what this does, it actually drops your order in right here where it says orders. So if you put a stop limit in, you'll have to come here and check it. Now, with that being said, let's say you put a stop order in and you say, nah, heck with that. Let me cancel this and go to market order, and you just sell it. So you sell it, whatever, and you go on. This order is still in here. So always make sure you peek over into the order section. If you put in a order, for something like a buy or a sell order or a stop loss, always make sure that you click on orders and make sure that thing is cleared out, because as soon as you move on to something else and that thing hits it, and it will fill that trade, even though you don't have that trade no more. So back to that scenario, let's just say you had 1,000 shares, you put a stop loss in, you change your mind, you dump those shares on the market to just get rid of it, you move on, you're looking for another trade, next thing you know, it fills your order. You're now in a short position because you sold shares that you didn't have. So that's another reason why I just use market orders to get in and out, and I don't even worry about that crap. So keep that in mind. I don't want you guys to get screwed up over that. Let's see, what else? So, okay, one more thing. Let's just say you buy 1,000 shares of whatever it may be, and then, I don't know, for whatever reason, your share size is just zero out or nothing's up here. You can click right here. This stands for position, and whatever your position is, if you click that button, it will load that amount up right here. So that just kind of saves you a second from having to type it in. All right, so let's see, let's go to, well, we'll start here. So orders, that's everything that you have in currently for an order. Tickets, this will be everything that you took that day for a trade. Trades, it's just more information about what you traded, things like that. Log, I'm trying to even remember. I don't even, Nick, do you know what log is? I don't ever look at log.
No, I can't remember.
Yeah. Symbol, this is I say probably the second most important one. Yeah, so symbol I say was the second most important one behind tickets right here. So symbol, if for any reason you want to find out if a ticker is tradable on the TradeNet accounts, you'll click on this, you'll come up here and you'll type in, let's just say Apple. And it sucks that they're down for maintenance right now because it's not going to show you. oh shit, it actually does. Sweet. So I typed in Apple. You know, this says whatever. It doesn't really matter. Short size, it doesn't matter. It just has numbers up. But this is what matters right here. You know, is it, you know, marginable, and is it tradable? Yes, yes. That's what you want to see. Because if you type in something like a penny stock, I'll just type in US, let's see, USRM, you'll get a blank right here. That means you can't trade that. And if you type in something else like, let's see, CTL, I'm trying to hit one that comes up something different. Okay, here. This is JC Penney. So you're either going to see this where it says, yes, is it tradable? And that's good. So that means you can obviously trade it. Or it's going to be blank. That means you can't trade it. Or it's going to say something like this and have an N for no. So you can't trade it. So that's what to look for right here under symbol if you want to check out and see if you can actually trade that ticker on here. So I think their general rule is pretty much like anything under $5, it's like a no-go. But overall, if you stay like over 10, you're good for the most part. Now with these accounts, if you haven't used these accounts yet, what's going on, Ron? So if you haven't used these accounts yet, the best way to use them is to trade tickers $20 and more. And my preference is actually $50 or more. The reason why is there's large cap stocks, they move more in value. So if you're trading something that actually that costs $15 and you buy 10,000 shares, it doesn't take much for that thing to blow your account up. But if you're trading something that costs 150 bucks, you can obviously only buy X amount of shares. And if it goes against you, as long as it doesn't run, you know, like multiple dollars against you, you're all right. Now, contrary to that, if it's going in your favor, you make better profits because a $150, you know, PPS on a stock is going to move in dollars. That's its range. A $15 ticker, I think it's probably going to move between 10 cents on up to 30 cents. And that's probably if you're lucky. So that's why it's always better to use these accounts to trade those larger caps. And since there's no PDT, get in there, you know, make your profit and get out. That's just the best way I can, you know, tell someone how to use these accounts. You don't have to worry about being limited, you know, by buying or selling too many times. And so, like, why try to risk everything when you don't have to, especially if it's a losing trade? Just dump that thing and walk away. So for me tomorrow, I will post the webinar link in this little chat, and I'll push it to everyone at once, the same way I did tonight. I'm going to do that about 30 minutes before the market opens. That way, it gives you guys time to jump in to the chat before the market opens, and also it'll give us time to kind of peek around in the market, pull pre-market to see what's going on. Now, being that it's pre-market stuff, I'm not going to really be too heavy on it. Let me see who's in this chat. Okay. Just make sure there's no trading people in this chat, because I'm going to be using the algorithms for my black box. I'm not going to use all of them, but I'm going to probably be using at least 2 of them. So I'm going to wait for the market to open, wait for those things to give me the goods, and I'm going to ride that around, play that out. Now you guys are, since this is a competition and our real money is technically not on the line, you guys are more than welcome to copy my trades if you want. Now with real money, please don't do that, man, because I do make mistakes. I make bad trades. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Some of you guys have watched me make some horrible trades just because the market turned against me, for whatever reason. And I was top heavy in it. And if you're top heavy in something and that trade goes against you, whew,
tweet storm.
Yeah. So if you're not used to trading with like $240,000 and you get top heavy into something that goes against you, you're going to see quickly what I'm talking about. It happens like that. And it's unreal. And it's
Trump tweets tariff and it tanks.
Yeah. Let me think. As for scaling in, it's going to depend on how much the PPS costs tomorrow for whatever trade I get alerted on from the algorithms from my black box. If it's a $50 PPS, I may scale in, say, 1,000 shares at a time. If it's $150 PPS, I'll be honest, I'm just going in for 1,000 shares off the top. Overall, I'm not really wanting to go beyond 70% of my entire account into a trade, but if I feel pretty daggone confident, I'm probably going to do it. I'm just going to let you guys know from the get-go. If I see something come up or if I get alerted on something and I'm looking at it, I will call it aloud in the chat. And obviously I'll be looking at it. You guys will be able to see, my trades, me executing them and things like that. And yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. Does anybody have any questions? All right. Is everybody, I don't see no questions, but is everyone able to access their account?
Yes, sir.
Oh, Looney, great question. Am I going to be trading till close? That's actually a damn good question. No, I'm not. The reason why is all the best trades are going to happen within the first hour and a half of the market.
Don't get caught in zombie hours.
Yeah, seriously. After that first hour and a half of the market, after being open, volume dies off severely. And honestly, that's where all the losses come into play, is after that.
Man, I saw something in the rules about how you got to stay logged in for X number of hours or they'll boot you.
I didn't see that nowhere. Where'd you see that?
In one of the emails. I even forget where it was.
Shit, I didn't get that email.
I think you just have to trade a certain amount of days out of the whole thing.
Yeah, you have to trade. Yeah, what I saw, you have to trade 4 out of the 6 days. And what that means is literally you just have to execute a trade for 4 out of the 6 days. So that first hour and a half, that's where all the plays will actually happen. And after that, all the good trades are gone, unless something crazy happens in a certain ticker. But by that point, like I'm not gonna sit here in hopes of just waiting for that to happen. I'm actually gonna just sit here and wait for everyone to blow up their accounts, so get us closer to the top.
You're
I
ever
hope Transparent Traders is 1 through 50.
What's that, Ron?
I said I hope Transparent Traders is numbers 1 through 50.
Yeah.
you ever hang out past 11 if you're in a runner, James, or you just bail anyway?
I bail.
It's always better to take green than risk going red.
Yep. Because when that volume dies off, actually, let me show you. I'll show you a perfect example today. Ticker AOS. This I got alerted on this with my algos. So it alerted right here at 49.59. So literally at the close, it opened up, and then immediately in this one 5-minute candle, opened up at 49.59 and then dropped down to 49.22. Yeah, 22. Which, solid gain right there in just 5 minutes, honestly. Literally, if you had 3,000 shares, that's all you would have to done. You just had to work for that 5-minute candlestick for that day. $150,000 in that trade in 5 minutes, you'd have made over $750, which would have been great on the first day. But if you decided to hold on to that thing, it actually ended up hitting a low of like 49. Oh, well, actually, at the end of the day, 48.62. Now,
Yeah, that's the kind of shit I'm talking about.
yeah. But the thing is, like, I don't care. I'm not holding on to that thing because you don't know if it's going to go down like that. You have no idea it's going to do that right there. So anyways, when I was watching this thing, let me take these lines off real quick. You will see it better. These lines kind of compact it a little bit. So, when I watched it, it done its thing and then came down here and it actually hit a low of like 49.14 or 07, either or. But right here, if you look, this is literally, let's see, this is like, the hour and a half mark, right in here. Because it will look down here, if you guys can see it, the volume is literally so low it's non-existent. And what happens right at that, well, in between that range between an hour and a half mark, the volume's so low that when people actually come in to buy it, it pushes it back up. So the slightest move right there after a sell-off will push that thing up like crazy. And I've had some, let's see, let me think. Shop is not a good one. Let's see. Can't find one on top of my head.
What are you thinking?
Well, actually, right here, AMD yesterday is actually a good example. So you see AMD push down right here, and right here the volume got super low. But as soon as the volume started coming back in, it just pushed up. And with that pushing up like that, it was actually filling the orders and things like that. The institutions were buying it and pushing it more. And then it ends up going parabolic up here with these purple candlesticks. And, it literally went from right here around, we'll just say $30.10 up here to $30.80. So it literally went up 70 cents per share. It all started with low volume right there.
I was just going to tell you AMD as you typed it in because I bought in at the bottom of that and wrote it all the way up.
Yeah. You know, like that's the thing that you have to watch out for
Dude.
once that hour and a half mark starts coming into that range. That volume dies off in the market, and this is across the entire market. And then the slightest bit of volume will just trigger this reaction against you. Because AMD yesterday started off with a great, short setup. And then volume got so low that the slightest bit of buying came in and just pushed that thing up.
AMD is notorious for that, though.
Yeah.
In both directions, too, mind you.
Mm-hmm.
It's just luck of the draw which direction it goes that day.
Yeah. Here's another good example. This is Caterpillar, ticker CAT. If you look down here, you can barely see these candlesticks for the volume. It's literally non-existent. Like literally right here, 6,192 shares, traded in that 5-minute time frame, which is, nothing for this ticker. But the volume's so low right here that the slightest bit of buying came in and took this thing from 132.47 on up here to 132.89. And then it sold off a little bit and then came up here and created a newer high at 133.23. So that's what you have to watch out for after that first hour and a half time frame, because this can actually work in both directions. Low volume creates radical movements. It's great when you're trading in that direction. It sucks when you're not. So see. So does anyone else have any questions?
Real technical, easy one. Do they have a trailing stop loss? How do you use it?
Okay, let's see.
It's a range bet, right?
Yeah. So let's see. I used it one time before, and I didn't have no issues with it. I've heard a couple people complain, saying they had issues with it, and I think what their problem was in the end was they didn't actually execute the order. They just clicked on it. So let's just say you have your ticker in here, whatever shares it may be, and then you want to put in a, kind of a trailing stop loss type of deal. This implement range, whatever, you'll put in your prices right here, like your high range, your low range. So that's one way to do it. So you're putting your high range and your low range, your prices. And depending on the trade, you're either going to have to click buy or sell. Just remember that. That's how you actually lock in that trade right there. So that's one way to do it. Another way to do it is click up here where you do your limit or market order. And you can come down here to the trailing stop loss or trailing, whatever. They just call it trailing. Personally, I really wouldn't do it with the percent. I'm not even sure if you can do it like in fractions of a percent with TradeNet's accounts. But what I would do just to be on the safe side is put the trailing and the dollar sign. So basically, if it's running up and let's just say it's running up, it's done ran up 2 points for you. You put in a trailing and then whatever amount, and then you put, let's see, where is it? Oh, trailing right here. Then you put, say like 20, let's just say 25 cents in there. And then you actually have to lock in that order to actually set that order in stone.
Okay.
It's a lot. I'd say it's probably more confusing than TOS, just for the fact of I don't feel like it's not as clear with how to use it, and there's really not videos on it at all. Now TOS
is it really necessary though with how quickly they execute it? I mean, you can get out like in a moment's notice.
Yeah. And again, like what Ryan was saying, like that's why I always use the market orders, because I don't have to worry about it not getting filled. Whether it's 1 share or 10,000 shares, it's going to fill like that. I highly recommend you not taking a trade and walking away. For whatever reason, and this absolutely kills me on the inside when people buy the funded accounts, and I feel like they don't take it serious. And why wouldn't you take it serious? Like, you literally just paid, whether it's $350 or $400 for that funded account. Yes, you have access to $14,000. Like, I don't know if it's people just thinking, well, no big deal. If I lose it, if I blow it up, I only lost $400. I don't know, but it kills me. But they'll buy like the intro account for like $400, we'll just say, and then they'll get into a trade, and then they'll just put in like a trailing stop loss or implement one of these range orders, and then they walk away from it. And the thing is, if it doesn't hit their range or whatever it may be, it ends up taking it into a swing trade because they didn't come back and actually close out that trade for the day. And then they broke contract and have 100% of their account in a swing trade. And the next thing you know, they either get warned or lose their account. Or they enter a trade and they're not watching it and they walk away from it. And literally they put their stop loss too tight. It hits their stop loss, triggers it, sells it, they take a significant loss for the day. They come back later on in the day, realize, oh man, I took a horrible loss right here. But if I'd have been here watching it, it actually ran back up and I would have been in profit X amount of money. So do not, please do not, whether it's with the demo account, the competition account, or even the real funded accounts, don't walk away from it. If you don't have the time to trade it, don't trade it. It's, especially with the funded accounts that you pay for, it's not worth it, man. Like literally, like you can take these accounts, and as long as you just have the patience, you can take the intro account and just keep stacking profits between $20 and $40 a trade. And within like 2 to 3 months, you can upgrade to that student package and have $80,000 to trade. And there's been plenty of people in our group that has done it. So, like me, I mean, I'm up to the big account. Like honestly, like when you get to that student account, when you have $80,000, I'm not going to say that it's easier, but the flexibility is a lot better because you have $80,000 to trade with no PDT. You have a $4,000 drawdown. That's what makes it easier, I guess to say, instead of a $700 one. So you have $4,000 of wiggle room compared to $700, and man, it only took me, I think, 2 weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks.
Hey, James.
Yeah.
Jay wants to know if you have any advice on spread ranges that you recommend during the challenge.
So for the spreads, I mean, it's just going to really depend. If you're trading a ticker that's $350, like for instance, Shop, their spread, when I traded them the other day, I think the spread was like 65 cents a share. Now, a lot of people are like, oh my God, that's horrible, 65 cents. I mean, you're talking about a $350 ticker, like 65 cents ain't crap compared to this thing when it runs. Because when this thing moves, this thing is literally moving like $1.50 every time it moves. But the best way to answer that is only trade stuff that has volume behind it. So in a sense, only trade quality stocks. Pretty much anything in the S&P 500 is going to be quality, and the spread shouldn't be too horrendous overall. So the more volume it has behind it, the better the spread is. Usually, for the most part, the spread will only be 1 cent, which is normal. If you, for some reason, are wanting to trade like a a low cap stock, if there's even a spread of like 5 cents, I wouldn't touch that thing. But a spread of 5 cents on like a $50, $60 stock, that's nothing, honestly. Just got to think about like what's realistic here. If you have a spread that's 5 cents on a $50 stock, what's the potential for this $50 stock to move to make up for that 5 cents? Well, of course, a $50 stock is going to move beyond 5 cents. But is a $15 stock going to move beyond 5 cents? That's the thing that gets everyone right there.
Do you ever do commodities futures?
Futures?
No, I mean like the ETFs, DWT and shit.
You can trade them, but I don't trade them. I don't like
You don't fuck with that.
Yeah, I don't know. They kind of act weird at times. And actually, that's actually a great question. Some of those ETFs actually do have a significant spread on them, and that's what you have to watch out for. Let me think on top of my head. I've seen some pop up, like in like my watch list and things like that, and I just check them out, and I'm just like, ooh, that looks like trash. I mean, the setup looks good, but if you like really look at it and you look at the spread, it's just like, ugh, it looks like trash. Like this thing is only like $25, but it has like a 37-cent spread. Like there's no way I'm gonna be able to make my money back here. So yeah, like I really don't screw around with ETFs on here. But that's just me. That's just preference. Let's see. They had a special on the student account for 2.2K. Tempted. But yeah, so Jay Allman, was that 2.2 thousand or $2,200 like traded in like the intro account or what?
My account manager offered that to me when he contacted me about the trade competition.
Oh, sweet. Okay. Heck, man, if they're dropping it down that low, because I think my discount drops it down to like 2,600. Heck, if they're dropping it down to 2,200, shit, you can't beat that, man.
Yeah.
Hey, Steven, when did you apply for the challenge? Damn, and they didn't get that to you yet. There's actually been quite a few people who haven't gotten it yet. I don't know why. I mean, I guess it could be hard with like over 80,000 people joining. And that was 80,000 people 3 weeks ago. I don't think TradeNet realized how many people was going to join this. I think literally they had like all their secretaries and shit like manually having to put in people to help out the World Series day trading team. Oh wow, that makes it even worse that they called you about it. So yeah, other than that, that's all I have for tonight. I will post this link in here now. I'll just do that like reply to everybody. So that way you'll get notified on it with the link for the webinar. And again, I'm gonna post it about 30 minutes before the market opens to give everybody time to get in and to kind of get settled down and kind of peek around the market, see what's going on. hopefully we can rock this thing. I want to win this. Man, I want to win this so bad. Like, y'all know how bad.
And thanks for all you do, James.
What's that?
Thank you for all you do.
Oh, man, you guys are welcome. I know you guys appreciate it.
Definitely appreciate it.
I appreciate you guys.
Thanks, man. Yeah. Oh, hey, here's one thing I thought of. Are you just going to sit and chill during the Fed thing? You're going to totally sit that one out? Because that's what I was going to do.
I think they announced at like 2 p.m. or something.
Okay, you're off anyway.
Yeah, like that first hour and a half, that's when all the good trades are going to happen. And honestly, like, I mean, I can't tell you guys, you know, what you have to do, but I recommend, like, after that first hour and a half, just turn it off and walk away from it. Because after that hour and a half, man, just stuff gets crazy. I mean, it really does. Like, I've had in the past, I've had days where I had $4,000 in profit in the first hour and a half, and I decided to get greedy and trade to the end of the day, and ended that day minus $3,000 to $4,000. Literally, I'd blow through my profit and literally do a 180. That's what that zombie, they call it zombie hour, because it will move around for no reason at all, with no sense, and it becomes hard to trade. Now, if you look back on like the tickers, you're like, oh, that looks simple, that looks easy to trade. But for instance, like, hold on, let me move this over. Like Caterpillar, we'll just say, you know, right in here. You literally see this thing creating lower lows. And you would think, honestly, shit, the market opened up red today. It was pretty significant red too. You'd be like, oh man, you know, Caterpillar's gonna just create lower lows all the way for the rest of the day. And then all of a sudden, whatever reason, boom, it runs up. And literally, it comes back to where it opened at for the day. Why? No reason. That's what it does right there. And so that's what I'm saying. Like, honestly, like, Cat wouldn't have triggered for anything in my black box, or even on scanners if I was scanning for it. You know, but if you was watching, you know, Caterpillar and you saw it post up these, you know, few green MACD candlesticks and then go back into the red again, I'll be honest, like right in here after this drop and then seeing this struggle, probably right in this candlestick right here, I'd have probably just been like adamant. I'm like, man, I'm going in for a short right here. I'm just gonna be real, because at this point you wouldn't, you know what was gonna happen right here. But this setup right here, without it triggering on any scanners or any black boxes or anything, this first candlestick pushing down like that, like all the way down to, you know, 132 right there. And then next thing you know, let's see, it does this and then puts this massive bearish candlestick, and then it tries to go green, but then it pulls back. Honestly, that's confirmation right there that this thing is downtrending. And I probably would have went short here if I was just literally going to play cat for whatever reason, and then this bad boy rips up. So let's just say I cut my losses like right here, whatever it may be, and it gets up here and it gets rejected. I would have watched it, and I waited for it to cross back below this middle Bollinger Band line. Then I've been like, sweet, it's short again. I would have entered it, came back down here. I'd probably be breaking even for the day at this point, and all of a sudden, bam, it risks back up for whatever reason. Same thing. And then it goes down here. At this point, I'd probably been just a little bit of profit, you know, to make up for all this stuff right here. And then, you know, I'd be like, oh, sweet, now I'm actually coming up in some profit, you know. I might turn this day around. And all of a sudden, here we are. All this zombie hour, whatever it's doing for whatever reason. Nope, we're going to run up for whatever reason. No reason at all. And then that would have destroyed my day right there. So That's what you have to watch out for. Let's see. Looney, what do you mean by the opening half hour or hour and a half? Oh, hour. Sorry, I misread that. For my trades, yes, but I'll still be live. I will still be live with everyone in mentorship. I'll be live for the whole day, the whole trading day. I'll be answering questions, looking at trades for you guys, whatever it may be, wherever you guys want. I mean, I said that like I don't have nothing planned. I do have stuff planned, but you know, if you whatever questions you want to ask, I'll answer them. Yeah, if you guys even want to go as far as wanting to share your screen with me, I can make that happen. I don't know if anybody wants to do that, but if for whatever reason you want to share your screen with me and have me specifically look at something for you, I'll even do that if you want me to. Let's see. So yeah, I'll be there the entire day. The last hour of the day, we'll just start looking for swing trades, setups for things like that.
Guarantee you, no other mentor does that, James.
Oh yeah, I know. At a minimum, this will probably be 116 hours a month of seeing my face.
Can't get
yourselves.
enough of that beautiful face.
Yeah, like y'all's family is going to end up knowing me. They're like, oh man, you having James over for dinner? And you have to put up like a little iPad or something at the dinner table, and I'll just be sitting there live.
How's your mashed potatoes, James?
Yeah. I'll be there for Christmas, even things like that, I mean, not really.
Yeah, on the toilet.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'll be there in the bathroom with you.
Dang,
Surprise.
James, you get to celebrate so many Christmases.
Yeah. Surprise, I'm in the shower with you.
Boy,
Go to the grocery store with you.
Oh man. But yeah, I love teaching. Man, I love teaching. But yeah, like the first hour and a half is literally when I'm going to be trading. And for the most part, I mean, I'm going to be focusing like on my trades, but I'll still answer questions and things like that. I'll still be talking to you guys throughout the entire time, telling you what I see, tell you what I look at. When I'm done trading, which I'm honestly probably won't even, just depending on the days and the setups and things like that. My trading may not even go beyond or go up to an hour and a half. I'll hit my trades, and when I start seeing that volume slow off in the market, I'm done. Regardless if it's a profit or a loss. But yeah, like currently the mentorship will, if you look at the website, and some people have had this question, I didn't think it was confusing. So I made the website to where literally you just have to type in like your name and like email address just to be a member of the website. And that was literally just to keep nosy ass people from looking at it. Just because so many people literally just a waste of time. And not that I'm hiding anything in there, but why not? Why let them see it? So I just made it where literally you just have to sign up just by like putting your email address in. It doesn't commit you to anything or anything like that. Sign up for the website stocktradingmentorship.com. But doing that just kind of, it keeps just stupid people out, trolls, shit like that. But if you actually look at, I can share my screen. Let me just show you guys. Disregard this box that says sandbox right here. I thought I deleted that last night. I was testing stuff out. But anyways, so for the mentorship stuff, here's a breakdown somewhat of like what you get. Just tells you a little bit about it, tells you a little bit about the black box. But if you come down here to the upcoming events, this is where you'll be able to sign up for the mentorship. Now, it says it up here for the mentorship. Let's see. Oh, right here, this last one. The standard monthly price, $200. Now, if you bought a TradeNet account, you get 2 months with your TradeNet account. And also, whoever has the mentorship, you get the black box for your duration of the mentorship with that. But if you wanted to just buy like the mentorship, you just come down here to upcoming events and you can buy it in advance if you wanted to. And this is explained right here in this last little section. But one thing you need to pay attention to, and let's see, I'll click right here on December. Okay, so when you click on it, it will always say, well, it'll always tell you when the enrollment cutoff is. So for the December one, the enrollment cutoff is November 29th. And then you'll be contacted the next day to gain access to the mentorship. So if you come down here and you click right here at more info. For December, it says, these are the days that I'm not trading due to the holidays. This is why this month will cost less. Days planned not to trade. December, so obviously I won't be trading the 24th, the 25th, the 26th, or the 27th. And then it says all other trading days will be normal schedule. And the price for December is $150. Now, standard price is $200, but because obviously the market's closed on the 25th, but since I'm not going to be trading on these days, I don't feel like it's good business to charge full price. That's just me. Going back, let me pull up November. So November enrollment cutoff date is October 30th. If you click right here, the price is $150. But if you click right here, it says, same thing. And I won't be trading due to the TD Ameritrade conference and holidays. This is why this month will cost less. Days planned not to trade, November 1st, the 27th, 28th, and 29th. So, if this was something that you was even interested in, or if you had the TradeNet account and you wanted to plan out which months you wanted the mentorship, just make sure you come down here, look at that more info, and that way you can just kind of figure out like the days that I've scheduled not to trade. So are there any more questions? Alrighty, well, how's the weather? Besides it being dark, humid, clear and humid. I hate it. Well, since I hope I answered everyone's questions, I'm gonna go ahead and get off here, and I'm pretty much gonna go to bed. I'm gonna be up pretty early, kind of, skimming the market, seeing if I can see anything pop up to kind of increase our odds to help us out. So I will see you guys 30 minutes before. I was going to say my time, but everybody's on a different time here. I'll see you guys 30 minutes before the market opens. So let's do this. Let's destroy everyone. Let's do this. Let's go out here. Let's beat everyone. and
physically, and then they won't be able to trade.
Exactly. Beat them up physically. Go to their house tonight, beat them up physically, cut off their internet, and they're done.
Team sabotage.
Exactly.
Maybe missed some water onto their motherboard.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Find out their address, call the police, and like that person from that group, whatever their name is. I almost said someone's name, but
No.
they call the police and be like, such and such try to sell me crack cocaine, and and then let the police handle them, and they won't be there to trade, and we win. Yeah, Looney, yes, exactly. SWAT them. Yeah.
I heard they're laundering money overseas.
Yeah. Don't call the police and tell them crack cocaine. Tell them methamphetamines. Just kidding. Oh, man. How professional. Just kidding.
All right, guys. I'll see y'all tomorrow.
All righty. I'll see y'all in the morning. So let's
Thanks,
do it.
y'all.
Have a
Catch
good
y'all
night.
later.
Peace.